Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Orphanlast, and today I'm going to have a simple tutorial on perspective. Now, this is, of course, one-point perspective. However, the term one-point perspective it's not, like, it's a loose term. It's not like something that's like, like, I used to think that, if I'm going to be drawing a picture in one-point perspective, that's going to be a different picture from an image that's going to have a two-point perspective and such like that. But actually, a lot of times, an image will have elements of all 3 points of perspective inside of it. And in fact, there can be a multitude of different numbers of points of perspective. Many different, there can be tons of different vanishing points. So let's say we have a vanishing point. Let me pull out my assistant tool and select vanishing point, okay? Alright, so I created my vanishing point. And if I go ahead and pull out my brush and turn on the assistant tool, let's go ahead and start to create a tile surface, okay? A tile floor. Alright? And let's go ahead and see what we got here. Actually, let's start with that. Okay? Now, the way that I've been teaching you so far has basically been this, where you're going to decide just how big you want this to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and decide that's how big the one tile is going to be. Alright? And in order to decide the size of the next one, what we normally do is, from what I've been instructing you to do so far, is to find the midpoint and to be able to draw a line through that midpoint from one of the corners. Okay, so, alright, that's where the next tile should be. So we pull out our brush tool and we can go ahead and go like that. And so now we can safely say that the next tiles are going to be too big to complete. So the next step would be finding out the midpoint right here, and then we'd have to we'd have to use the vanishing point for this one, and kind of go like that, and draw a line from here to here to find out where the next tile should go. And then we go ahead and just kind of draw a horizontal line going both directions. And so that's essentially where it would go. Let me turn off the assistant real quick. Okay, turn off the assistant. But this is really slow going, doing it this way. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but other than you wind up with millions of construction lines, and it gets really annoying over time. I mean, you're going to be doing this for a very, very long time. Okay, so we can still not figure out where this other tile goes. Okay, so we should just find out what the next one should be up top. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And okay, we need to use the vanishing point, turn on the assistant, and we just need alright, yep, okay. Now you guys should be already familiar with this technique from my other tutorials that I'm using here. I mean, there's nothing really too elaborate about it. It's alright, so as you notice, as it gets closer and closer to the vanishing point, the height of these tiles seem like they're getting closer and closer and closer, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That's how perspective works. Let's go ahead and do this one more time. And alright, so let me go ahead and do that. Alright. Excuse me, I've been really under the weather this week. So yeah, alright, so we got that. Okay, now we can go ahead and draw our horizontal line going all the way through here. Alright, so now we can actually start figuring out how wide these should be. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright. And Alright, cool. Finally, we found out how wide this should be. So we can go ahead and just start drawing this line for the next set of tiles coming out here. And so as you can see, this can be really time consuming. So there's got to be a better way than doing all these little construction lines all over the place. This takes forever. And there is actually a better way to do this. And what we need to do is we need to create what's called a point of distance. And the point of distance, there is a formal way, an actual proper way to find it in order to create the point of distance. But for today's demonstration, we're not going to use the formal way. I'm just going to demonstrate what the point of distance does, so that by the time that I teach you the formal, the proper way of creating a point of distance, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I see. So basically what we're doing is we're going to create our point of distance right here. And so with our vanishing point, okay, our vanishing point is here, our point of distance is right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start creating our tile floor right here. Oops, one second. I turned off my assistant. And okay, so we're going to start creating our tile floor right there. And we're going to go like that. And then I'm going to use my point of distance to kind of determine just how wide everything is going to be. Okay, so that's my point of distance right there. And here I know that these first set of tiles is going to be something like that, okay? And I can go ahead and do that. Alright, and from here I can actually kind of just keep going to some extent. I don't need to, I'm not beholden to anything at this point. Let me go ahead and just keep drawing these lines off towards the vanishing point, just so that I get them out of the way. And at this point I can keep using this vanishing point here, this line of distance, and go ahead and create my next row real quick. Oops, that's not at the right place. And so I have my second row there real quick here, and I can go ahead and with my point of distance create a second row, and I know that this is the top of the next row right here. And because I've done all this, I've already lined out where the next set of tiles neighboring should be. Like this is where the next set of tiles should be, right there. Right where these intersection points are. This one and, well, this one should be a little bit better. But, you know, I'm kind of going through this a little fast. So, okay, now that I know where this one is, I can go ahead and use my point of distance and just draw a line to that point of distance, if the computer will let me. Come on. Okay, so draw the line from the point of distance, and so now I know where this next row of tiles needs to be. Alright, and once again I can use my point of distance. Come on. Alright, come on. Alright. Alright, so now I know once again where another row is. And so this really simplifies the whole process. Actually, I can just extend this one further. Okay, so that didn't work out because it goes out of the picture plane. But I can go ahead and extend this one and then bring it to my point of distance, and I can go ahead and just go like that. And I can do this sort of indefinitely. And I got all these little crosshairs going on here, and that means that I actually know where more horizontal lines go for my for my tile surface as it goes closer and closer to the vanishing point. So let me go ahead and show this, finish this demonstration off real quick. Alright, so that's what we created in just a short period of time, just using this point of distance. Now, of course, I wasn't really that accurate, but even with the level of inaccuracy I had, we got a good image. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.